Hey, welcome guys to another video, and it is me, Turbo Party Gamer. Today we're going to look at 6 free agent wide receivers and predict where they might end up. The first wide receiver is Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs played for the Buffalo Bills 2 years ago, but the Bills traded him to the Texans, and he played last year, the 2024 season, with the Texans before he got hurt with his ACL injury. He had over 47 receptions, 496 yards, and he was averaging about 10.6 yards average, and he had 3 touchdowns. Every single year that he's been in the league, he had over 1,000 yards. But the thing is about Stephon Diggs, he is a 31-year-old wide receiver. He might have lost that step, but he's still a number 1 receiver in my eyes, because he can still get separation. But I'm not sure how he's going to look when he comes back from that knee injury that he suffered last year. And he is a 31-year-old guy. He is a little up there, and it takes old guys to recover from like an ACL injury. But like I said, he is still a true number 1 receiver, and there might be a lot of teams that are interested. Maybe the Packers, maybe the Texans bring him back. I know he's not going to go back to the Bills, but there is one team I would like to see him play for, and that is the Dallas Cowboys, maybe. I mean, his brother is already on the Dallas Cowboys, so maybe he can be a number 2 wide receiver next to CeeDee Lamb, and that would be a great fit for Stephon Diggs. And plus, it's going to help Dak Prescott a lot to have a number 2 receivers. But like I said, Stephon Diggs still can be a number 1 receiver. So if you put Stephon Diggs on the Cowboys, hey, you have 2 number 1 receivers on that team. Maybe Stephon Diggs will take a very minimum for a year, maybe, and the fit is great, and maybe he would love to play with his brother. So yeah, Stephon Diggs to the Cowboys, I like that a lot. I know the Cowboys need more than that, but yeah, it's a great fit. And like I said, he's 31 years old. Okay. Next up, we have Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen is also in his, I think he's 31 also. And I don't think he's going to be a number 1 receiver in the league anymore, but he could be a number 2. In 2023, he played for the Los Angeles Chargers. He had over 108 yards reception, and he had about 1,243 yards. And he averaged about 11.5 yards per catch, and he also had 7 touchdowns. Then he got traded, and he played for the Chicago Bears last year. Last year, he put up 70 receptions. He had 744 yards, and he was averaging about 10.6 per average, and he also had 7 touchdowns. And with the Bears, he was the third option for Caleb Williams because they drafted Dunze in the top 10, and they already had DJ Moore. DJ Moore is the number 1 receiver, and they drafted Dunze to potentially take the number 1 receiver spot, but for now he's the number 2, and it looks like Keenan Allen was a chain mover last year for the Bears. But like I said, he is 31 years old, and I don't think they're going to bring him back. But my guess is the potential landing spot has to be made that I can see maybe 3 teams. Maybe he could be a Buffalo Bill. That would be cool. Bills. Maybe the Dallas Cowboys, if the Cowboys can't sign Stephon Diggs. He could be a number 2 wideout. Maybe go back to the Chargers. That could be an option. I don't see him being fit with the Packers. So my 3 potential landing spot is the Bills, Cowboys, and the Chargers. Now we come to the other old man here, who is 32 years old. And last year, he played for 2 teams last year. He played with the Tennessee Titans, and then he got traded to the Kansas City Chiefs with 73 yards, and he was averaging about 11.5 yards a catch, and he had 1 touchdown. After he got traded to the Chiefs, he racked up 41 receptions, and he put up 437 yards, and he averaged about 10.7 yards a catch, and he also had 4 touchdowns. He didn't do much last year, but he did help Patrick Mahomes a little bit. So yeah, and he wants to win a Super Bowl. And I think he deserves a Super Bowl, but he is 32 years old. He is on the old back end of his career. Do I think he can still be a number 1 receiver? I really don't think he could be a number 1 receiver anymore in the league. But maybe he can be a number 2. I know he can be a possession catcher, and he can still get the 50-50 balls in the red zone. So there are some teams that might be interested in going after D-Hop, but my guess, maybe the Chiefs can still bring him back on a cheaper contract if he wants to win a Super Bowl. It looks like him and Patrick Mahomes have chemistry together, and it looks like the Chiefs are looking for wide receiver help right now. Right now on the roster, Xavier Xavier is the Xavier Worthy is the only one young bright spot on the team as a wide receiver. Because Juju is a free agent. It looks like Hollywood Brown is a free agent, and D-Hop is a free agent, and also Travis Kelce might retire, so they need pass catcher. So why not try to bring D-Hop back to the Chiefs and see if they can get back to the Super Bowl. Alright, the next receiver we're looking at is Chris Godwin of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In 2002, he had over 1,000 yards. 2003, he had over 1,000 yards. And in 2004, he got injured and he only played half the game last year. But in those in the half year he was playing, he had 50 receptions, 576 yards. He was averaging about 11.5 yards a catch. He also had 5 touchdowns. He is on the younger side. He is 20. Excuse me, guys. He is only 28 years old, and he is in his prime. But the thing is, you never know how a player is gonna look after that knee injury. And he did have a knee injury last year. It might take him a while to get back into form, but he is still young, so I believe that he can come back. Do I think he can be a number 1 receiver? Yes, I do. He's putting up yardage like a number 1 receiver, so yeah, I think he might be a number 1 receiver. He did. This is his second year contract with the Buccaneers. After they won the Super Bowl, he signed a contract. But now his contract is up, and the Buccaneers have to pay Mike Evans. So it's going to be a big hole. But the places I think it's a good fit for Godwin. There are some teams that I love to see Chris Godwin with. And one of those teams are my Green Bay Packers. He can fit right in. We're not gonna have Christian Watson, so he can take over Christian Watson. He is fast. He does stretch the field, but the thing is that he loves going over the middle also. So I think he's a good fit with the Packers. He might be a good fit with the Bills also. The Browns, uh, the Chargers. The Chargers might be in there and maybe the Cowboys. But they all need help. So we're going to talk about the last two receivers. The next sorry about that, guys. Let me get back to you. Next wide receiver is Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper got traded to the Browns back in 2022. In his first year with the Cleveland Browns, he put up 78 receptions, 1,160 yards. He averaged about 14.9 per catch, and he scored 9 touchdowns. That's good. The next year in 2023, he got 72 receptions, 1,250 yards, and he averaged 17.4 per catch, but his touchdowns went down to 5. Next year in 2024, he played half the season, and he had 24 catches, and he only put up 250 yards. He averaged 10.4 per carry, not carry, but catches, and he scored 2 touchdowns. But in the same year, he got traded to the Buffalo Bills, and with the Bills, he caught about 20 receptions, put up 297 yards. He averaged about 14.9 per carry, and he scored 2 touchdowns. And he went to a Buffalo Bills team that was struggling on offense because they did not have any wide receivers. That's why they traded for Amari Cooper. And it looked like it was helping Josh Allen a little bit, but he got hurt again, and he had to sit out the rest of the year. But he is a free agent, and he is on the back end of his career. He is 30 years old, and for some receivers, they fall. Their skills diminish around in their early 30s. So I think he had maybe 2 or 3 more good years left of football in Amari Cooper. And Amari Cooper is a goddamn good receiver. All he needs is to go to a great team, and maybe he will take a pay cut. And this is my opinion, but I think there's a lot of places that he can go to. He can help the Chargers out. He can help maybe the Bills might bring him back. I'm not sure about the Packers though, but the Packers might. Maybe the Niners, because they might be losing Deebo Samuels, and they would need another receiver next to Brandon Ayuk, or Brandon Ayuk might be in trouble with the law, so maybe he'll take over Brandon Ayuk's spot. Also, I don't really see the Raiders getting him back, so I'm taking the Raiders. And there is one sneaky team for Amari Cooper, and that might be the Kansas City Chiefs. You never know. He can win another Super Bowl with the Chargers. with the Chiefs. I mean, if they could get back D-Hop and sign Amari Cooper, that would be an awesome offense to watch. But yeah, my prediction, maybe the Chiefs or he's gonna go back to the Bills. Either one is a good option for Amari Cooper, but is he willing to take a pay cut to stay with or to go to a Super Bowl competitive team? Now we are going back to the number one treasure in the free agency this year, and he is the man they call T. Higgins. Yes, T. Higgins. He is the pride of this wide receiver free agent class. Why is he a treasure? He's still a young dude. He is 26 years old. First of all, he'll be a great fit with the Green Bay Packers. He'll be a number one receiver from the get-go if he signs with the Packers. Let's go to his career stats. He was drafted in 2020. In his rookie year, he had 67 receptions. He almost had 1,000 yards. He had 908 yards. He averaged about 13.6 yards a carry, yard catch, and he also had 6 touchdowns in his rookie year. Next year in 2021, he had 74 receptions, 1,091 yards. He averaged about 14.7 yards per catch, and he had 6 touchdowns. In 2022, he had the same amount of catches. He had 74 catches. He got 1,029 yards, and he averaged 13.9 per catch. And he also had 7 touchdowns that year. 2023, he had a down year. He was hurt for a little bit. He only had 42 receptions, and he only had 656 yards, but he averaged 15.6 per catch and had 5 touchdowns. And coming to last year in 2024, he had 73 receptions. He almost cracked 1,000 yards. He only had 911 yards. He averaged 12.5 per catch, but he had 10 touchdowns. Like I said, T. Higgins is 26. He's not even in his prime yet. He was drafted in the back end of the draft. And there might be a lot of teams going after this dude, but he is going to cost some team a lot of money. I mean, a lot of money. More than Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson is the highest paid receiver, and it looks like T. Higgins might get the same kind of contract as JJ, or maybe more. But like I said, there's a lot of teams that could use his help. There's the Green Bay Packers. I would love the Packers to sign T. Higgins. He'll be a great addition, and right away he'll step in as the number one receiver. The the other team that I mentioned are the Buffalo Bills. They could use a receiver. Maybe Kansas City Chiefs can use another receiver. But the other day I heard that T. Higgins wants to stay in Cincinnati, but he wants to get paid. But I don't think that's likely gonna happen because the Bengals still have Jamar Chase, and Jamar Chase is gonna be demanding another contract after the 2025 season because his rookie deal is coming up and his 5th-year option is at the end of 2025. So I don't see them giving out 2 number 1 high wide receiver contracts because they need to do other stuff on the team. So if T. Higgins does not resign with the Bengals, I gotta say the favorite teams are the Packers, the Bills, and the Chargers. Those are the 3 teams that should be going after T. Higgins. So yeah, that is for the 2025 free agent wide receiver class. I would love to know what you guys think about where these guys might end up. I would love for you to put it in the comment section. And yeah, guys, and that's it. And don't miss my next video. It might be coming out soon. I really appreciate all you guys watching the videos I do. It means a lot. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to the channel. It helps. And don't forget to like and subscribe and push that notification button. But like I said, always stay safe, stay positive, and always go Pack Go. And I'll see you in the next video. Alright guys, you have a good one. Late, bye, and peace.